Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the third session of the Language Center Project Fair. Today we have three other groups that are going to present their committed work and they are going to show us their beautiful projects. So we have groups from English 7, English 9, two groups of English 9 and a group of English 7. And we also have a very special guest today, which is Professor Patricia Bustamante.
Hi, dear Monica, and hello. Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure for me to be here with you. Thank you very much for being with us. So I am so excited about watching those wonderful projects and results. Thank you.
Yes. Okay, Patricia, welcome. I'm very glad to have you here today and to present the projects of your groups. What can you tell us about the process that you have developed during this term with your students? Because it is certainly a very enriching and nice process that we developed during the course. Patricia, what can you tell us about this work?
Well, actually, it's been a very beautiful and meaningful experience because our students have the chance to interact between them. They will have the chance to participate, to research for information. And for me, the most important part is that this is an experience for them to develop their 21st century skills. That's why they will have the chance to be more critical, to use their creativity, to use and integrate different technology in order to have their final products and their final results to a very higher proficiency. So it's a great opportunity for them not only to learn English, but also to develop all their different skills.
Sure, I totally agree with you because something that I really enjoy about working with these kinds of groups is the fact that they not only learn English, grammar, vocabulary, expressions, pronunciation, etc., but they also learn the basics of research methodology, research methodology, no? Because they need to investigate, to look for information, to look for data, to make the context of the projects, no? So they learn about research and they also learn about different and relevant topics in our society. And that's what I really like the most about this approach that we are using with these students. And today we have three very different topics, but very compelling. Some students are going to present a work on how to help vulnerable people in vulnerable situations. And some students, as you know, are going to concentrate on the problems and the difficult situations, emotional problems that they have lived in the pandemic, which is a topic that they have been very concerned about. And finally, there is another project about maternity in society, no? So they are all very different, but very interesting, right? So let's concentrate on the first group, Patricia. We are going to see the video about the psychological problems that students have faced in this period of pandemic. What can you tell us about this group, their work, their process?
Yeah, well, actually, I proposed this group because since the beginning, I thought it was a very interesting topic. We are facing this problem, not only students but also teachers. We're facing a lot of stressful situations because of the pandemic, right? And that's why it caught my attention. I said definitely it's a very interesting topic to be shared. They focus on some strategies and mechanisms to help students students who are suffering from stress and psychological problems, how to deal with this situation and how to look for help, which is the most important part because we can identify the problem. We know the problem exists, but the thing is, how can we help students with these situation, even us as teachers, because we deal with high levels of stress and things to
Sure.
do. Not only
Mhm.
talking about academically, but also talking in terms of family, friends, and community. So for me, it was very interesting to help them and to guide them to have a final product, which is what we are going to see today. I
Yes.
invite, well, my students are Silvia Vesga, Laura Rodriguez, Luisa Serpa, Ángel Fuentes, Maria Camila Ramirez, Jaime Martinez, and Lisdea Cañedas. As you see, boss, it was a very large group,
Yes.
but it was great because they were very responsible, they were very active, very participative, so they were very, very eager to create a final product that is the thing you're gonna see and watch.
I
So
guess so, and that is the result of very committed work. And I see some of your students are here. I would like to ask you
yeah.
to interact in the chat. How do you feel about presenting your project, dear students? If you can write a short comment on how do you feel about presenting your project today, we would like to hear you. We are very proud of you.
Yeah, the idea, guys, is that, well, some of them are in class, they're attending classes, but I asked them to be here just a couple of minutes with us. But the idea is that they can tell us how this experience was, because it wasn't that easy, you know. We're working in a distant mode, so it's quite hard sometimes for them to get together to interact. They have to use cameras and audios, and it's
Yes.
so complicated to interact through a camera. But they did it, and I want you guys to let us know a little bit about this wonderful experience, your challenges and your positive aspects that you may mention about this.
If you can write some comments in the chat, we are going to present the video
Sure.
and then we are going to read your comments if you have written them in the chat when we finish presenting the video. Thank you
Great.
very much. Let's see the video, the
Let's start.
first product.
Good morning, everyone. Today, through an integrated work, we will present a project whose main objective is to find mechanisms and tools that help control mental health problems in our university colleagues by presenting a campaign that offers university well-beings to members of the Group 1 are Silvia Juliana, Lizzie Stephanie, Maria Camila, Luisa Fernanda, Jaime Andres, Laura Camila, and Angel Daniel. The basic question of the project is what strategies or mechanisms we can use to help young people suffering from psychological problems.
The problem: young university students usually enter a new stage with many changes, where they have to have a lot of emotional intelligence to not get carried away. When the pandemic arrived, we had to adapt to another way of studying and stay at home, seeing many difficult situations in the world.
University is a new stage in the life of young adults because they meet new people, face new challenges and projects for their future, which increase stress. In 2019, with the arrival of COVID-19 and the confinement generated an increase in case of stress, anxiety, despair, and depression. The population that was mostly affected were young adults, and for these reasons, our objective is to show and identify through certificates how confinement has affected young people and try to create a solution in which university accompaniment and welfare is involved for the UPB students.
UPB database. Thanks to the information provided by the UPB database, we were able to obtain useful data about a study carried out in China on university students during the COVID-19 pandemic. A total of 89,588 students participated in the study, which 36,865 report anxiety symptoms. The purpose of the study was to assess the psychological state of the students.
Risk factors in the city. Bad economic status. During the COVID-19 pandemic, many companies and factories have postponed their operations, which inevitably affected the economic income of some families. Under such circumstances, it is hard for students to maintain mental well-being.
Low social support. The study showed that lower levels of social support are associated with an increased risk of anxiety symptoms. Therefore, attention should be paid to the role of social support in maintaining college students' mental health.
Suggested points of help. First, parents should strengthen communication with their children. Second, universities should establish online mental health education courses on the COVID-19 epidemic.
Considering that in this case the problem is the psychological difficulties of young university students during the pandemic, our team proposes as a solution to take advantage of the services offered by the University Wellness Program in order for people to receive guidance from a professional in this area. The idea is to encourage students to use these services by creating an advertising campaign on prevention and promotion of mental health care during the pandemic. Each of the announcements will display information about what services the program offers and how you can contact with them for support. In addition, we will add content about the importance of working on your mental health and some tips that can be helpful. We will also implement motivational phrases to encourage students to take care of themselves. This strategy will be spread throughout the university campus, as well as on the official website of the UPB and its social networks. In this way, the information presented will have a greater reach within the community and many people will benefit from this project. However, it should be made clear that this is a personal decision and no one can be forced to receive help against his or her will. For this reason, this is only a possible solution and not a final one.
Okay, now to end, I want to talk about the conclusions. Okay, 1. Mental health should be more of what we take care of the most because it's very important. 2. Many young people suffered from the pandemic. The university provides a space to support and listen to them. 3. Space are necessary because talking to someone makes things better. 4. Many young people suffer from pressure for weights and don't relate well with others. And 5. To maintain people's stability, it's necessary to sleep well, drink water, carry out different activities, and eat well and talk with your friends. Okay, thank you.
Hi guys, my name is Jaime Martinez and I'm going to talk to you about the importance of our mental health. Remember that we are here to support you. That is why we have these tips and this line of attention. The first one, university is a different environment, admit it. The second one, make friends, maybe they will be for life. The third one, get to know the city. Go out with your friends and enjoy this experience. Remember that is not only studying. 4. Talking to someone always improves the situation. 5. Sleep well. Do not fill yourself with work. Drink water and eat healthy so you maintain a healthy lifestyle. Sixth, decrease stress, maintain good relationship with yourself. Remember that all your teachers were students one day, and we know that in some cases it is quite difficult to maintain good habits. Feel Feeling fear is completely normal. They are new and different environments, and people enjoy these experiences. This is also your family. Remember that you are not alone. Here we are all to help you be happy and overcome difficulties.
And the most importantly, remember that the college wellness program is for you. All the service that you need, such a promotion, a prevention, personal development, inclusion, sports, and culture, with a single click, you can visit the website or by calling the following number that is on the screen.
Excellent project. Congratulations, dear students. Yes, that is great because based on your personal experience, you have identified very important aspects to transmit to other young people, to other students. One of them is that you are not alone, that the university has spaces and provides spaces to support and to listen to students and to help them carry out with these difficult situations they may be experiencing or living, no, Patricia?
Yes.
I really love the conclusions they have made. Mhm.
Yeah, and the most important thing is that they show that they are not alone. The
Yes.
university offers a lot of services,
Mhm.
programs, contact numbers to look for help.
Yeah.
Monica, we are not alone. You know, in the chat we have a lot of students. I'm connected
Yes,
on a
we have a lot of students
yeah,
and they are commenting in the chat. They are very
definitely.
happy to be here.
Yeah, for
Uh-huh.
example, I have Camila Ramirez. She said that she was very happy because her project was selected. Stephanie Arciniegas, David Caicedo, Paula, they say that this is a great experience for them to share with
Mhm.
all the community what they think. But the most important part is they learned a lot and they enjoyed a lot. I mean, creating the activities, proposing strategies, looking for information. So it really it was very helpful for them to develop their skills and their older learning process.
Yes,
Thank you,
sure.
guys.
Thank you. Yes, thank you very much. That is an excellent project. Congratulations. We're very proud of you, as we said at the beginning. And keep on working, and this is the way to go. Thank you very much, right? Okay, good. Now let's continue with another group of students. These students are from where? From English 7, last term. And these were my students, and they were inspired by the unit that we started the course with which was making a difference, which is a very interesting and sensitive topic, no? And I want to introduce my dear students, Nasli Sanchez, Leonel Sierra, Maria Fernanda Montañez, and Valentina Cruz. uh, they worked really responsibly and committed. They were very committed during the whole course, during the whole process, and they came up with this idea because they understood that every single action matters, and there are lots of initiatives that we can do for making the world a better place, right? And that every little thing we do can make a difference. We don't need to have a lot of money, a lot of power, etc., to contribute to make our world a better one, right? So that small actions can help improve the lives of lots of people around us. And this was why they decided to work on this project on how to help people in vulnerable situations. Okay.
Good.
I want to share before showing the video. I just want to share the a short quote that inspired them and also me in the course, and let me show it in this moment. And the quote is this: "Not every day is going to offer us a chance to save someone's life, but every day offers us an opportunity to affect one." And this is by Mark Bezos, a volunteer firefighter and TED speaker, right? And I wanted to share this quote with you because I really love it. And I am sure that many students in the English programs are inspired by this topic and by this quote. Okay,
Great.
so, right. So in this moment, we are going to see the second video, the second project. How to help people in vulnerable situations.
Good afternoon. Today we will be presenting the final project. The topic we chose is People in Vulnerable Situations Don't Have Economic Stability. Our group be composed of Lionel Sierra, Fernanda Montañez, Nasli Sanchez, and who speaks to them, Valentina Cruz. The topics to be covered are problem identify, context of the problem, driving question, solution, implementation of the solution, web page, expected results, and general conclusion. First, the problem we managed to identify is that people in vulnerable situations are socially and environmentally disadvantaged because they are exposed to external risk. Because of this, the problem we are going to focus on is to cover one of their basic needs, such as clothing and shoes, allowing them to avoid setbacks due to the weather and to have better mobility. Regarding the context in which people in vulnerable situations live, what could be evidence is that, thanks to their economic instability, their lifestyle brings consequences such as the lack of a place to spend the night, discrimination by strata 3, 4, 5, and 6 and above, little or no food, lack of hygiene, and constant danger. As a result, people tend to have mental problems and people more prone to addictions, which leads them to lose what little they have gained on the streets.
On the other hand, the question that leads our project is how can we help people in vulnerable situations who don't have economic stability? Since the reality in which people in vulnerable situations live is not completely clear, the psychological problems and emotional stability of each one of them have not been considered. There is a lack of information on the sectors with the largest population living in poverty. It's necessary to differentiate which population is in foundation or health centers and which are street dwellers. Taking into account the above mentioned, we consider that a viable solution to this problem is the creation of a web page where people can donate clothes like shirts, pants, dresses, shoes, among others. The page will have a categorization format to specify the size or age as appropriate, as well as general information about the person who will make the donation, like their name, the specification of what they want to donate, their address and cell phone number, to be able to communication with the person in case of any inconvenience.
For the implementation of this solution, we decided to do it in 3 fundamental steps that accelerate the donation process, and with them we can get more people that participate in them. First, the creation of the website with all the information. Next, creating publicity in Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter to get more impact. And finally, talking to the entities and foundations to have a directly contact to make the donation process in a good way. Well, why this website is a good option for people to donate clothes? First, it makes easier the donation process. Second, a great number of people use social networks. And third, the donation is easier and don't take you more than a minute.
Before I say what we expect as a group, I want us to look at the following.
The first image shows the crisis in Venezuela migration from 2014 to the current year. We must remember that they are a population that goes through different needs, among which is not having enough economic resource for clothing. On the other hand, in the second image, we find the number of people in the different departments of Colombia. This shows that Venezuela migration are a large population. Some are fortunate to have economic stability, while others have different needs. Then, as a group, we expect a great participation of people to give a contribution and make us a difference in their lives. As a conclusion, it is no secret that in Colombia not all people have a good economic stability, and the little they have is to eat. So as a group decided to make this contribution and make a difference in the lives of these people by donating clothes.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic, because it's very essential during these times where we were facing to be more sensitive to people in need, and probably we have access to a university, to academic programs, help, food, many things, but there are many people in need. So I think that they are more empathic now. The new generations are more empathic, I think.
I'm sure, yes. I agree with you, Patricia. And sometimes you have lots of items in your house that you want to donate, but you don't know how to do it. And this strategy that they have proposed makes it easy for people to donate. They don't need to move to any other place, because you just fill in the format, and the foundation, they will have the information that they will go and collect the items to your home, and the items are classified in the format, etc. So it is a really good way to contribute, especially these days that you don't want to move. Sometimes you don't want to go out too much, no, because of all the things we are living in this moment due to COVID-19. And sure, they are. This is a way to show empathy to those people in need, and that is I really like this project, and I chose it to participate in the project fair. All right. Okay.
Sorry, Monica. We have a question here. Why did you? I think our teacher Marta proposes something in terms of a question. Why did you select those 6 departments or states in Colombia? Interesting, right?
Yeah. Okay. My students are not here. I don't know if Maria Fernanda, Leonel, they haven't participated. I don't know if you are here, and Ashley, or maybe you couldn't connect. They couldn't connect. I'm not sure. But I think it is because those departments were the most, or are the most affected with Venezuelan migration. And there is a lot of Venezuelan population in need in these departments. Okay, I guess that was the reason they chose those departments.
Great, great.
Right. All right. Okay, now it is time to move to our third project. Very different from the other topics, but very interesting as well, because it's I was surprised when they chose this topic. There are a lot of stereotypes about maternity and about women, the role of women, no, in society. And this is a very open-minded idea to promote this like tolerance with different lifestyles and different life decisions that some women have made for their lives, right? Patricia, what can you tell us about this project?
Well, this is something that happened when I was choosing I was approving the topics, because we were discussing with the group how to identify the problem, because they consider it shouldn't be a problem to be a mother, right? Or to be a father at a young age. So the difficulty was how to propose the situation without taking this situation as as a big problem. It shouldn't be a problem. I'm talking to those girls or to those young boys who are in this situation, right? They have to make decisions. They have to continue living. They have to continue having high expectations about their lives. I mean, life continues. So how to propose something without considering a real problem for kids or for students? That was the big concern we have. Well, so I'm going to introduce my students. They were also very responsible. They were they follow all my recommendations and instructions. So definitely they did a great job too. They are Mariana Mesa, Laura Bustos, Maria Ballesteros, Maria Muñoz, Liz Di Soto, and Valentina Sanabria, right? So they are going to talk about how does society influence the decisions to become a mother, because it's not something easy, right? It's not that easy. They interview a couple of people, interesting interviews they had. So let's see, because it's better when you can watch.
Sure. So let's watch the final product today.
Thank you, Javier. So we can watch the...
Greetings to our audience. We welcome you to our project, Motherhood in Society. Our work team is María Angélica Ballesteros, Alejandra Muñoz, Mariana Mesa, Valentina Zanabria, Álvaro Vargas, Alejandra Soto, and me, Laura Bustos. As a group, we chose a team that was based on one of the most complex decisions in life, to be or not a mother. Therefore, we posed the following research question: how does society influence the decision to be a mother? Many women who decide not to have children daily are judged by their family, friends, and people in their social environment who find it selfish that they don't want to have children. There are also many other phrases that pressure the woman to doubt her decision. For this reason, as a team, we applied a survey to more than 50 women. We carry out a deep investigation of articles on the web, we analyzed audiovisual content, and we spoke with some women who were willing to contribute their opinions to our research, all with the purpose to know about the influence that society has on the decision of motherhood. Now, we continue with my partner, María Angélica.
In our society, we find different types of mothers. In the first case, mothers only share their genes with their children but do not take care of them. Second, mothers who do not share genes with their children but give them the love of the world, taking responsibility for them, as in the case with foster children. Third case, mothers who share genes and are also responsible for their children. And in the last one, mothers who lend their wombs so that millions of people can have the child they want, but who, for biological reasons, cannot have it.
For research, we note that children are not always planned. However, having a baby or not should be a decision and not social imposition. The project seeks to see how many women in the 21st century feel complete to be mothers because...
I'm so sorry. I think the video was frozen.
Yes.
So what do you think if we restart it again?
Yes. Is it possible to play it again, Javier, please?
Well, he's typing. He's saying that he will try. He's re-uploading. Okay, so let's get it started again.
Greetings to our audience. We welcome you to our project, Motherhood in Society. Our work team is María Angélica Ballesteros, Alejandra Muñoz, Mariana Mesa, Valentina Zanabria, Álvaro Vargas, Alejandra Soto, and me, Laura Bustos. As a group, we chose a team that was based on one of the most complex decisions in life, to be or not a mother. Therefore, we pose the following research question: how does society influence the decision to be a mother? Many women who decide not to have children daily are judged by their family, friends, and people in their social environment who find it selfish that they don't want to have children. There are also many other phrases that pressure the woman to doubt her decision. For this reason, as a team, we applied a survey to more than 50 women. We carry out a deep investigation of articles on the web, we analyzed audiovisual content, and we spoke with some women who were willing to contribute their opinions to our research, all with the purpose to know about the influence that society has on the decision of motherhood. Now, we continue with my partner, Maria Angelica.
In our society, we find different types of mothers. In the first case, mothers who only share their genes with their children but do not take care of them. Second, mothers who do not share genes with their children but give them the love of the world, taking responsibility for them, as in the case with foster children. Third case, mothers who share genes and are also responsible for their children. And in the last one, mothers who lend their wombs so that millions of people can have the child they want, but who, for biological reasons, cannot have it.
For research, we note that children are not always planned. However, having a baby or not should be a decision and not social imposition. The project seeks to see how many women in the 21st century feel compelled to be mothers because of social pressures.
Being a mother is currently more complicated. Women want to fulfill their aspirations, and many times a child is like a kind of obstacle. Having a child involves many things that sensitize society, and especially the pregnant mother. Many women dream of traveling in their jobs, and having a child inhibits them. Also, the father is fundamental, but in Colombia, in the most of the cases, mothers are the ones who take care of their children, and many fathers disappear. From the economic sphere, a child, it's a great cost. Emotionally, it is a burden that deserves responsibility and stability. For reasons like this, women think twice about becoming a mother or not.
Number of early pregnancies is systematically higher in the countryside than in the city. There is also a strong association between the educational level of young women and the proportion of mothers. In almost half of the country with able data, adolescent childbearing among young women who have attained a most primary school level is more than 3 times higher than among those who have attained secondary school level. There is also gaps by ethnicity and income level. A large proportion of adolescent pregnancies are unplanned, and it is worrying that it is in almost all countries with able data there is increased the percentage of unplanned pregnancies. Although there is more and more information on early pregnancy, the thousands of adolescents who become mothers then they are just grown up need concrete action from governments. Firstly, public policy that an impact social and structural determinants of this phenomenon.
After doing this survey exercise, in which we interviewed 66 women, we realized that regardless of social class, age, sentimental situation, women show a clear social pressure towards having children. However, most of those who already have children are not affected to fulfill their dreams despite their sons. Our survey is composed of 6 multiple-choice questions, in which we asked women about their position on motherhood, regardless of whether they are already mothers or not, in order to analyze and draw conclusions about their thinking and social influence, including the factor that the father has in this case.
We had conversations with three women, a woman who became a mother when she was young and how she went through it even today, a psychologist with not children yet who told us about the social pressure that exists and how she has decided to have children beyond that. And finally, a woman who decided not to have children and how she had to deal with the society judgment. The interviews are a little bit long, so if you want to hear the full interviews, you can click on the pictures to watch the complete videos. We made a short video with the most important parts of every interview to resume it.
The woman who gets married is because she must give her husband children.
You miss the most beautiful thing in life.
Who will take care of you when you are old?
You are selfish.
A woman's life project is to raise her children.
You know this phrase is right because they are the reality of many women.
¿Sintió como mujer la presión de ser madre en algún momento de su vida?
Sí, cuando quedé en embarazo, toda la gente me decía que tenía que tenerlo, me presionó mucho. Y al momento de tenerla, la gente me decía cómo criarla, cómo tenerla.
Society wants to control our life projects.
It seems that women
We lost the audio, I think. Well, we lost the audio.
Yes, unfortunately, we are having technical problems with this video.
So sad because the topic was really interesting. They interviewed a couple of teenagers and students and some teachers too.
Well, yes. I don't know if the interviews can be played or.
I don't know because I think Javier is having some issues with
yes.
Well, but I think that we already got the idea, guys. Thank you. You did a great job. I think the message was already shared.
Yes.
We don't want to see this situation as a real problem. Of course, it affects people's decisions, probably conditions to live, but it's not a big problem not to continue improving and living and having success in life.
Right. What I really like about this topic is that this young generation are claiming the right to decide because historically the role of women has been raising children, no? Even though we work out of home and even though we have other responsibilities and other roles in society, the most important role of women historically, not only in Colombia, but also around the world, has been raising children. But these students are claiming the right to decide. And it's also another way of life, it's another option of life, and it doesn't have to be negative. So if a woman doesn't want to have children, that's perfectly understandable, and well, that is another way of seeing life, and that's it's very good to see that you focus on these very deep reflections, no, on these topics in your English classes, right?
Yeah, and we were having discussions about this, long discussions about this. That's what I really liked the most. Because it wasn't just presenting something or searching for information. It was sharing ideas, respecting opinions, stating positions in English. That was really essential for developing this kind of project.
Oh, yes. Great work. Congratulations, Patricia, and congratulations to your students, because this is a very, very good project and an excellent topic. Okay. We are coming to an end, but before, all the three projects are great. I really love them. But let's see the audience favorite. So we are going to share a link in the chat, and we want you to vote for the best project, the project that you like the most today, right? So
Good.
let's see if we have the link in the chat.
So we invite teachers and students to vote and choose the best. All of them were very complete, enriching, interesting, but we have to choose one.
Yes, maybe there is a favorite one.
Well, Javier is telling, is saying that the link is already posted. It's already in the chat.
Yes.
So let's wait.
The link is in the chat. Let's see.
Yeah, there are some comments. People are saying that it was a fantastic project, the last one we watched, and a teacher suggested, well, she says why she wanted to watch the interviews. That's a shame. I mean,
yes, that's a shame, Patricia, because the project is really complete, and it has these testimonies. Technology. This is something we don't want, but we have to get used to this. Yes.
All Saturdays in my classes, something happened. Well,
okay, let's see. People are voting in this moment. I can see. In this moment, there are 3 answers. So please go to the link and vote for your favorite. And at the end, we'll say which one.
It's the winner.
It's the winner, yes. It's the winner today. Okay, let's give. It's just a form.
Good.
Okay, good. Let's give some 30 seconds.
Yeah,
people are voting in this moment. We have 7 answers. Let's see if we can get more.
I'm sharing the link through WhatsApp too, probably.
All right.
Faster.
Yes.
Easier and faster.
Thank you very much.
Good. There are people voting now. I think we got a winner now.
Yes, we've got a winner. Undoubtedly, the winner project is the final one, Maternity Society. Yes, this is the one that most people loved, even though all of them are great. And I'll say it again, we're very proud of our students at the Language Center and the many, many things they can do, they can create, they can explore, they can reflect on. So this is a very good opportunity to show the best projects and the most responsible students' work.
Yeah, and there is an important message: is not to feel, embarrassed or shy because our English competence is not that high. We make mistakes when we talk. Even as teachers, we make mistakes.
Yes.
So please feel motivated for next projects to participate, right? Doesn't matter if you have difficulties, it couldn't be a barrier for you to participate. We are here to understand, we are here to learn. That's it. That's
it. And this is a process. All right. Thank you very much for being here with us today. Thank you, Patricia, for sharing your students' work. And see you tomorrow in the final session of the Language Center Project Fair. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye. See you.
Bye-bye. Bye.
El mundo puede detenerse. Tus sueños no. Elige bien. Elige UPB.